This weekend, the Lyle Crocodile movie drops in theaters, so let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Shawn, and I love to talk about movies and TV way too much. With that in mind, go ahead and join me down below in the comment section. Let me know, what did you think about Lyle Crocodile, and did you grow up with Lyle Crocodile? As a point of reference, I did not grow up with Lyle Crocodile. I don't really even know exactly what the source material is, but I haven't read it, seen it, whatever it is. It's not something that was a part of my childhood. However, my wife did grow up with Lyle Crocodile. She said something like it was the first show she went to go see. I'm not sure exactly what that means. And therefore, when our young child was born, she actually gave him a stuffy of Lyle Crocodile, and I believe read them several of the books. So when I was invited to the press screening, I actually asked if I could take my entire family with me, and they graciously told me yes. So I actually took the entire family with me to go see the movie. Before it started, they actually had like a little cookie decorating table out front, so it was like a nice, just fun experience for the entire family. But what did I think about the movie? Let's get started with the review. And to be perfectly honest, this was a movie that I had zero interest in going to see. I didn't grow up with Lyle Crocodile, the trailers didn't do anything for me, and to state the obvious, this is not a movie designed for 40-year-old men to go watch on their own. So I probably wouldn't have seen this movie had I not been allowed to bring my family with me to see it at the press screening. All that said, I thought it was just pretty delightful. It's just an infectiously charming film. The way that they kind of design Lyle Crocodile is that he's just this character that brings the best out of people and makes them happier. So it's just kind of this uplifting, joyful film that doesn't overstay its welcome. It knows exactly what it's good at, it knows what its target audience is, and just kind of swiftly brings us into the story and then starts having Lyle bring out the best of people. Has just enough time to set up where people are at, what's kind of causing the frustration in their life, the stress in their life, and then Lyle shows up and helps them through it. So it's just like a nice, fun, uplifting story with a number of catchy songs thrown throughout the movie and just an adorable animal at the center of everything kind of going on. Now, it's not going to be in my top 10 for the year. It's not a movie that I'm looking to like watch on my own. It's still a film targeting young audiences or families to watch. But as someone that wasn't very interested, I thought it was much more pleasant, charming, and endearing than I was expecting as someone with no interest in the movie going into it. And as a point of reference, like as we were watching it, my four-year-old started like dancing in the little aisle because she was getting all into the songs. My daughter, I just had the middle child, had just the biggest grin on her face. And as we were watching it, my oldest was like clutching his Lyle Crocodile the entire time. And my wife just had the biggest grin on her face. The entire family was just eating the movie up. On a story level, it's a very odd structure where the first 10 minutes kind of set up one story about Lyle with the Javier Bardem character, and then it goes in a totally different direction for what the actual movie's about, and it all ties in, it all matters to it. It's just like a really odd structure for what it kind of does in the first 10 minutes and where it takes things, and it certainly, because you have a character, Lyle doesn't talk, he only communicates through singing. It's a weird setup. It's kind of an odd thing to do with a movie. And, there's a neighbor character that's over the top and how cranky he is, and does get a little bit dark when it kind of has its second to third act twist kind of take place. So, like I said, it's not like a new classic. It's not a family masterpiece. It's not a movie that I'm expecting to win everyone over, be the movie that everyone's talking about. But it really is quite fun. It is charming. Lyle Crocodile just immediately wins you over onto his side. That's what he does in the plot, that he just is able to make everyone fall in love with him so quickly. But he does that with the audience as well. It certainly made me chuckle a number of times, made me feel good. And that's what it was trying to do. I had a great night with my family, put a grin on everyone's face, and it made me feel good. And as we were driving home, the baby insisted that we listen to the soundtrack on the way home. She's actually 4 years old, so she's not really a baby anymore, but we still call her the baby. But she insisted on listening to the soundtrack, but they had only released one song from the soundtrack, so we listened to that one song on loop over and over again. If you're wondering how good are the songs, that sort of thing, I'm not really into musicals all that much, so I wouldn't be the best person to kind of judge that. What I can tell you is that my kids wanted to re-listen to them on the way home. They were dancing in the aisles, and they put a grin on my face. But don't just trust my word on all of that. Here's what my kids literally have to say about it.
I really like Lyle Crocodile. It's in my top 3 favorite movies. I liked how there was like a bunch of singing, and like how the movie was mostly happy, but there's a little bit of sad. It was kind of silly. I just liked how the movie went on. I liked all the characters.
Cares Crocodile. What did you think about Lyle Crocodile?
Did you like it? Yeah.
You liked the part where he was with crocodiles?
Uh-huh, the other one.
Did you like the songs?
Yes.
And Karis, did you sing and dance?
Yeah.
If you saw the trailer for this movie and thought, a movie about a singing crocodile, it's probably not going to be for you. But if you like the trailer, if you grew up with Lyle Crocodile, or if you're a parent wondering if your elementary school age children will enjoy it and will it drive you crazy, what I can say is my entire family had a good time with it. Even a cynic like me, I thought it was charming and delightful. Maybe not the best storytelling of all time, but it put a smile on my face. Overall, it's a B on the entertainment scale, a 7.5, and it is worth seeing for the right audience. If you're like in high school, college kids, probably not for you, but younger audiences, parents wanting to take the whole family, I had fun with it as someone that did not want to go watch this movie. Thank you so much for watching, and keep talking movies and TV too much. Bye-bye.